So, Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson at a press conference at 11 o'clock on this Friday morning said she is fully beginning with some urgency, the search for a new police chief. In the meantime, with Thursday's resignation of Shawn Barnes, it is Deputy Chief Andre Sales taking the role of interim police chief. He's from Wisconsin, a veteran taking the helm during a pretty tumultuous time, though, for the department. And today, in that packed press conference at City Hall, you had reporters pressing for some more details about the shooting. This all goes back to last Sunday evening as the Bite of Seattle was winding down. We had a shootout between a couple of gang members, 15-year-olds in custody, 19-year-old fellow apparent gang member is dead, and several innocent bystanders who were injured. So many questions pressed today from reporters as to why in the heck did it take 5 hours from the time of the shooting to have the initial press conference. Did not get a lot of specifics other than I heard the buzzwords of miscommunication, some failures, some promises to do things different in the future. And then again, a lot of questions to the mayor today. Okay, really, why did you force the chief out? Was it that it came out this week that he's often out of town? Was it the fact that he was out of town when this happened? Was it that kind of embarrassing exchange with a reporter? He kind of got in the guy's face when he was pressing, like, "Hey, why are you out of town all the time?" You probably saw some of that earlier this week. So, what really was it? Well, not a lot of answers specifically from the mayor, but she said it wasn't just about any of those issues. There was apparently more involved here. So, my colleague Randy Diamond, who covers Seattle for us at the Center Square, Washington, attended that press conference today. And so here's part of that exchange with the mayor and the new interim police chief.
I think there's a lot of information out there that can suggest to people the reasons why this decision was made. What I'm saying is that there were multiple factors. The events of Sunday certainly played into it, and I think we've discussed some of the gaps and lapses that happened. And again, my decision here is based on what I believe is going to be best for this department and for the city moving forward.
So you
Just
had
want
you
to
had a
say
chief.
about your process and how you're going to be working with the mayor here. It sounds like there's some concerns that.
Yes, I think the biggest thing is, first, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Chief Barnes and I are friends. We will remain friends. I had the opportunity to come over with him from Wisconsin to our work that we did together. And then also my friend and colleague, Yvonne Underwood, that we've known for several years, had a role with me coming in here. I think this morning when I had a meeting with the mayor, some of the things that we're going to do as a police department is to be very proactive. If you look at some of my statistics from when I was in Beloit, Wisconsin, we were a very proactive police department, identifying the individuals that are causing the gun violence and the gang problems in that city. And we're going to identify them here in Seattle, and we're going to put an effort, a concerted effort, into identifying those individuals, making the appropriate arrests, and sending them over to King County Prosecutor's Office.
Now, my colleague Randy did specifically ask the mayor, and I think he was the only reporter to ask details about the severance package, the golden parachute, if you will, whatever the terms of the deal were to get Shawn Barnes to agree to submit his resignation on Thursday. And she said she was not going to provide any of those details at this point. We've already submitted public records requests, so we will eventually. I don't know if they'll drag their feet on this or just be willing to provide those details. Did he get a payout just for the rest of the year? He's only 7 months into the first year of what was going to be a 3-year contract. Did they pay out the whole contract at $360,000 a year? Did he get something else? Lots of questions out there that remain to be answered. And so now we have this new interim police chief, and a national search begins for a new chief. If anybody wants to come and lead this department at kind of an embarrassing time for the city. No, not an embarrassment on the Seattle Police Department itself. Some of those guys provided some heroism after the shooting on Sunday evening.